as people, we change the same way. Progress is never linear, no matter how we expect it to be. Because people are imperfect, right? You're going to take a big swing forward, and then you're going to take one leap back. Bodies don't heal in a linear fashion either. Nothing ever goes the way that we plan it to. That should be the expected nature of life.
Leana, what's going on?
Hello, nothing much. Just floating through life, recovering from my long string of work this year. Just been unending. For a while, it felt like there was no end in sight to work, and December comes along and suddenly everything opens up. It's like a fresh spring breeze.
Get to let the parts cool off a little bit.
Exactly. So refreshing.
Ridiculous. But it's good to be in demand.
Of course. I am eternally grateful to my fans who follow me and to the industry executives who provide me with such immense work. I'm very grateful for that.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So it's been about a year. Well, I swear I've seen you in person since the last time you did the show.
Oh, I'm sure we've seen each other at parties, local events. I've been making sure to really have a presence here.
You've been enjoying it?
Yeah. I actually officially moved here to LA as of this month.
Oh, hell yeah. I was going to ask you. I'm like, I knew you were making the move. I didn't know if it was official as of yet.
Yeah, it's official. Got my place. It's amazing. I'm finally more settled in. I think I posted a picture on Instagram of just me on the floor with a TV and a PS5, and I'm just like, I've got the necessary ingredients for human life now.
You got every bachelor pad dream going on.
Yeah, I'm living the bachelor pad dream. I was very happy with that. The bed frame still hasn't come in yet, so I've got a bed, but it's on the floor still.
Well, that's fine. You don't bring people home.
There's an appeal to that. Exactly. There's an appeal to it. You know, you don't have to climb up anywhere. It's already there.
You're already short. Like
exactly.
You don't have to climb in.
It's like Mount Everest every time I need to get into bed. Otherwise, it suits my needs perfectly. But eventually, I finally got the update. They shipped it to the wrong side of the country. So now they're finally shipping it here. But it's going to take 4 to 6 weeks.
Why not just send it back?
I said that to them, and they said, well, it would take the same amount of time if you reordered it.
No, I mean, just be like, no, I don't need this.
Just get a different bed frame.
Don't even get a bed frame. You literally don't bring people home.
I'm emotionally invested, Matt. I'm emotionally invested in this bed frame. It's the sunk cost fallacy. I've already put all this time into it, and to get nothing out of it, I'm just, no.
They'll give you a refund.
I can't live with it.
You'll get your money back. You will get your money back.
It's true. I would. It's just invested so much time. I'm waiting for it now. And it's so
You even admit it was a sunk cost fallacy. When those happen, you're not supposed to be consciously aware of it.
I think I've got to just be content with it now.
But you just sounded so happy about your mattress on the floor.
I know. I am. I'm satisfied, and yet some part of me will always need more.
Well, that's good. Being completely satisfied is the death of ambition.
That's what I believe. That's why I'm never really satisfied with anything that I make. I always feel like there's something that could be improved. But perhaps, there is a limit to satisfaction in terms of just being content with at least being able, to have somewhere to sleep, right?
You sound like you're pretty content with it already. How big of a bed did you get?
It's a king size.
Not a California king?
No, not the California king. A king size for my body height and size, it's already a California king for me. If I got a California king for my apartment, I would be swimming in that bed. I would be filming, and they're like, why do you have an Olympic-sized swimming pool for your bed? It's just, there's benefit, but really for me, I think king size is where it's at.
I'm just saying, if you had a California king, you would never have to sleep in the wet spot. Never.
That's true. I could just always sleep around them. But eventually, you come full circle.
Well, eventually they
Literally and
evaporate.
figuratively.
Eventually they evaporate. How wet are you making the bed?
Well, I'm a serial comer. So, if I'm in the right mood, I'm going 7 times in a row. I mean, it compounds upon itself. So perhaps I would just have more room to make even more puddles.
That doesn't sound like a bad thing. I believe your fan base would be all about that.
Yes, until I eventually become the puddle.
Don't become the puddle.
A content cum puddle. Excuse my language.
Oh no. I'm so deeply offended. How dare you? How dare you say the word cum on this show?
The audience is going to be very amused that the only thing I'm drinking right now is premium seltzer. I'm not even inebriated to make a statement like that, but that's the kind of day it's been today.
Why has it been that kind of day?
I got my wisdom teeth removed about 2 weeks ago, and so I'm a little bit perhaps lax in my choice of language at the moment.
Oh no. So deeply offended. Did you keep the teeth?
No way. No, I'm pretty sure they cut them away. They were very impacted inside of my jawbone.
Oh, I mean, when I had mine removed, they definitely had to break them out of my head. They gave me the broken teeth though.
What? That's crazy. I bet maybe they knew who I was and they're like, we want to keep Leana Lovings' teeth.
They're gonna eBay your teeth. Can you eBay teeth?
Maybe the dentist keeps them in a jar and he's like, I knew it.
This is why he got into dentistry in the first place.
Yeah.
Just to collect human teeth.
Yeah. The orthodontist is like, ooh.
That'd be wild. Like your whole fetish is like human teeth, and you're like, I have a profession I can. Well, it's almost like, have you ever seen Little Shop of Horrors?
Yes.
The sadist dentist? Yeah. I'm
Exactly.
Sure that exists in real life.
Oh, no. I'm fairly sure every dentist in the state of Florida is, in fact, a sadist dentist. There's so many cases of dental malpractice just in Florida. If you look at the statistics, it's crazy. It's just, they're horrific stories in Florida of just really bad dentists.
Hey, New York actually leads in total dental malpractice reports.
Okay, you know what? I'm not that surprised by that.
But there's also more people in New York than most places.
Yeah.
But while New Mexico and Maryland ranked highest per dentist.
That's crazy.
And
per dentist means they just kept going.
Yeah. There's just like a couple guys in New Mexico and Maryland just going wild.
Just keep going, Jerry. Do your thing. We believe in you.
So no, this is actually per 100 dentists. So New York is 3.41 reports per 100 dentists. New Mexico is 3.27. Maryland is 3.07. South Carolina 2.93.
Oh, that's pretty high up there. Where's Florida actually ranked?
It does not say. I would have to.
That's interesting. That's very interesting.
You're competing with my Google?
No.
Oh, yeah. You were going for your phone. I was just like.
Yes. No.
No. Yes.
Yes.
What are you doing? Do you not trust my Google?
No, I trust your Google. I trust it completely.
Vermont and Florida tie for 8th place.
Oh, okay. I see. I knew it was high up there. I was like, it has to be in the top 10 because Florida has so many bad cases. Like the horror stories that come out of there, my own included. Insane.
What happened to you in Florida?
I got my premolars removed when I was younger, getting ready for braces, but I told them that I told them that I could still feel them pulling it, but they were just like, oh, you're just a kid. You don't really feel anything. And so they pulled them out anyway.
Children don't have feelings.
Exactly.
They don't have nerve endings.
They actually believed in the past that babies didn't feel any pain. So when babies went through surgery, they never received any anesthesia.
Well, if you can't remember it, did it really happen?
Exactly. If you can't remember, but the body always remembers. This is what happens.
Yeah, I wonder how that manifests later in life,
That's how you get serial killers. That's
I wonder if there was ever a study done on babies that had surgery as infants that had surgery that turned into serial killers. Like what?
Right. Where's the overlap?
Yeah.
It's got to be somewhere.
Where's the Venn diagram on that? It's like how many had anesthesia, how many didn't, how much was local, how much was general.
Exactly. I'm so sorry for this wild tangent that we went on just now.
Why are you sorry about it? Why would you apologize for such things?
That's true. That's true.
You know what show you're on, right?
Yeah. And now we drink.
Yeah. You have done the show multiple times. You know this show wildly tangents all the time.
It's true.
Sorry, I don't just talk about your scenes in your career.
I do appreciate that. I really do.
Speaking of your PS5 on the floor,
Yes.
What have you been playing?
Diablo 4.
Still?
I've been pretty committed to the new Diablo, I'm really enjoying it.
Good. It'd be horrible if you were playing it a ton and not enjoying it. That'd be horrible.
Well, see, I think I have an emotional connection to it.
Is this another sunk cost fallacy?
No. I actually like the new Diablo game. But so it was actually a gift from someone who works within the company. They gave me a limited edition, collector's edition box. And they sent it to me. It was very heavy. I opened it up. It was just so elaborate, and it gave me a free copy of the game, and it was just so beautiful. And I was just like, wow, a developer of this game really cares about it so much, and they love my work so much that they sent this to me, and it just means so much. And their love has reached me, and now I need to appreciate the game they poured their heart and soul into. It's like reciprocity. And also, yeah, I like dead bodies and skulls and stuff as decor apparently in the game. It's great. Flayed skin, demons everywhere. It's totally my vibe. You see me, 5 foot tall, cute little girl next door. You don't anticipate the juxtaposition between my preferences, and that's really what adds to my personality.
I know you. It does not surprise me in the least bit. Not in the least.
Yes.
It would not surprise me if not that you claimed it yourself, that you had a real human skull in your house. It would not surprise me.
That would be so cool. I wish I did.
Fans, don't source it naturally, but if you happen to come across one.
I'm not gonna call for that. You know what I would love though? Fossils. Look, guys, if you got fossils, that's all I'm saying. Just
Any preference in the type of fossil?
Yeah. T-Rex, raptor. Okay, my favorite dinosaur, Therizinosaurus.
I don't even know what that is.
It's like a giant bird if he were also Edward Scissorhands.
All right.
Yeah, because they have fingernails that are feet long, and it's supposedly an herbivore. But here's the crazy thing. They believe it just skewered people. Or if people were around, they would have just skewered them because their nails were so long and sharp, they could just dip right in. And apparently, because it was an herbivore, they suspect that's actually what could have made the Therizinosaurus even more violent, because it wouldn't have killed for sustenance. It only would have killed out of need for a territorial display, which means they would have been very liberal with slaughter. Just, very important for my favorite dinosaur, of course. That and the Spinosaurus, big favorite for a lot of people. Mosasaurus, super cool, right?
I think you're just making up dinosaurs now.
No. I know all of these by heart. I'm a really big dinosaur fan. Sad to say.
Why is it sad? Why would you feel so?
I'm a really big dinosaur nerd. I feel like people might find that strange about me. I don't know. I've sunk so much time into my love of dinosaurs.
Leana, why would you care what people think in that sense? It's something you love.
That's true.
It's something you love. You're not harming anyone loving dinosaurs, so why would you give a fuck what they think about it?
Exactly. That's the big point, really. I hurt no one with my love of dinosaurs.
Your love of human
skulls. As much as we know. My love of human skulls apparently is debatable.
It depends on how they source it.
Yeah.
I mean, if someone finds a fossilized human skull for you,
That's already been investigated, right? Not part of an active murder investigation. Very
Well, I
important.
mean, it wouldn't be a fossil if it's an active murder investigation. I don't think anyone's like, hey, this guy died at the Battle of Thermopylae. Who killed him?
Well, there are certain skulls that become fossilized in short amounts of time if they're found in bogs,
Okay.
like bog bodies, right?
How long? I'm trying to find out how long it takes for human remains to fossilize. It would at least be a couple decades old.
Okay. Yeah.
Love that you're just competing with my Google.
I feel like it's a challenge right now. I don't know why. I feel like.
Are you trying to steal my job?
No. I feel like I need to see what you're seeing right now.
I see you. I see you, Leana. You can see yourself in the camera.
I see you, Matt.
Well, I don't see me. I mean, I see myself in the camera, but I don't actually see me. Fun fact. You've never seen your own butthole.
Oh my God. But what if I have?
You haven't.
Why?
Because it's only a reflection. You've never actually seen.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Just like you've never.
I was like, am I that flexible? Maybe. No.
Well, it's just like you've never actually seen your own face.
Yeah. That's fair. I'm just gonna hold on.
Whew, the show took a turn.
No.
I don't want to have to explain that to your agent.
No. Of course not. No, that would be too.
Why does Leana have no face? Like, that's just where the conversation went.
It was the level of curiosity. Curiosity killed the cat. Here we are.
But then it would just be your face skin. It wouldn't be on your bone structure, musculature, etc.
Right, exactly. It wouldn't be a perfect, like, it would never be an exact reflection. Yeah.
Like your.
Just be, yeah. The flaps.
Yep.
Just the flaps.
And not the flaps that most people are interested in.
Exactly. What's up with that?
People just need to expand their minds.
Exactly.
And it's just it's one of those things that we all take for granted. Like, oh, I look in the mirror all the time. And it's like, no, none of us have actually ever seen our faces.
Exactly. Now I just have to thoroughly inspect my body from head to toe. I mean, I've just got to start, feeling every inch of myself with my fingertips until I know every part of me, and then perhaps I will glean a fraction of understanding. Right?
Just gonna do the blind man of yourself. Just
yeah.
Gonna grab your wrists like one of those fat wrists.
Yeah. Feel myself.
Well, it's apparently one of those
kind of hot. Honestly,
well, it's one of those things that like allegedly Ray Charles used to do when he'd get introduced to women. He'd grab their wrists to see if like how thin their wrists were.
Why?
Wasn't into big women.
Oh, if you're small, you have small wrists?
I mean, ideally.
I think, no matter how much I weighed, I always had pretty dainty wrists.
Yeah, I hate to break it to you. At your heaviest, you were still a small human being.
I don't think I can change my height with my weight.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, I don't think even at your heaviest, anyone would describe you as like a large woman.
Oh, well, thank you. That's very kind of you. But yeah, I lost 45 pounds, 46 pounds.
So what, you weigh like 75 pounds now?
No, I weigh 102 pounds now.
I'm sticking with my 75.
I'm at a good number right now. I feel really good about myself, but it was a very arduous journey, I would say. I've been exercising routinely. I started out like changing my diet, which was really hard, right? Everyone tries different food diets and then they end up binge eating and it cancels out the process. I wanted to find something healthy that I could do. And I started walking 3 miles a day every day. And then I figured out zigzag dieting was like my ideal diet system.
What is zigzag dieting?
Zigzag dieting is for 5 days of the week, you eat your caloric deficit. And then on the final 2 days of the week, you break your deficit and eat 400 calories more. So that your body doesn't acclimate. Because if you acclimate to your diet, then you hit a plateau and you will not continue to lose weight. That's what happens with a lot of people. So you have to zigzag. You have to break your diet a little bit so that your body gets used to having a higher amount of calories again. That way the burn stays consistent. And I stood with that. And now I work with a personal trainer where we're building muscle to give my body more shape, right? My personal goal is to look like Laura Croft. Like I want to get like really toned, but in a way that's still very flattering, very deeply feminine and good curves. And
I don't think triangle boobs are a good curve.
I think, you know what? I think my boobs are my boobs naturally already have like the video game jiggle physics.
Oh, I'm talking
friends,
like 90s original Tomb Raider.
I know. I grew up on 90s original Tomb Raider, but I feel like I'm just like, you know what? I don't have triangle boobs, the image of breast perfection, but you know what? I've got my boobs. And they look so good, and they stay upright, they defy gravity. I'm fine with that.
I believe a lot of people are fine with your boobs. I believe according to the internet, your boobs are just fine.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe more than fine. I have some pretty big fans of my boobs.
Well, bravo then. Don't make them triangles. Fine.
But what are perfect boobs without triangle shape? Like, what if I want this? I know this is an impossible standard, but what if I want 90-degree angle boobs?
You could get them.
Exactly.
I've seen that tit job.
See, where there's a will, there's a way.
And there's some doctor probably in Florida who will do it for you. I feel like plastic surgery in Florida is just a interesting situation at times.
Yeah. Whenever I think of like crazy plastic surgery things, I think about how a lot of people, this is wild to me. Did you know that a lot of pit bull owners get cosmetic testicle surgery for their dogs?
What?
They get implants for their dog's testicles so that their testicles look big after they've been neutered, so that they still seem masculine.
That's weird.
Yeah, it happens with a lot of like masculine dog breeds, but like pit bulls especially. Cause like maybe it's part of like the fighting ring culture too, right? Cause like pit bulls are like masculine fighting dogs, maybe to give them a little bit more machismo. They want them to have big looking balls. But
don't neuter them.
It's a very popular procedure for certain dogs. They get plastic surgery for their dog's testicles.
Oh my God. People get wrinkle reduction for their dogs.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
This is the world that we live in, Matt.
I don't want to live. I want out. I want out. I want out. Like fucking cosmetic surgery for your dog's wrinkles? Really? How fucking vain are you? You're like, oh.
She's getting a little old in her years. She needs a little touch up. Can you give my baby just a little bit of Botox? I can't. People should love their bodies for what they are. I've spent my life, I think, so worried about my appearance for a variety of reasons. I believe that society inducts in us this sense of overtaking this burden of appearance as a woman, where you have so many things that you're expected to maintain. And there's a certain point where I've decided that I'm going to age gracefully. I do not intend to have cosmetic surgeries or procedures. Because to me, I believe that my beauty is in my differences, and I don't want to look like everyone else. And I want to promote a positive sense of body imagery where people can look at themselves and feel happy and beautiful just with who they are. I hope other girls in the industry also feel that way too. I hope they feel empowered to not like it should be a choice of I'm doing this to make myself feel comfortable and not for my fans.
For sure. I think and if someone does choose cosmetic surgery, I think they should be doing it for themselves too, not because I know people that have gotten nose jobs and it's just like, I thought your nose was cute, but hey, if it'll make you feel happier about yourself.
Yeah.
About the thing you've never actually seen, because you've never actually seen your face.
Yeah.
So be it. And you know, because you're in front of a camera, a lot of what people see on camera that they compare themselves to isn't real.
Yeah.
It's lighting, it's angles, it's makeup.
Yeah. And, you know, everyone jokes like, oh, the camera always adds like 10 pounds. You know, like each lens is going to shift and distort perspective, right? So your face is going to look different on every single camera they shoot with. You know, the size millimeter lens, all of this kind of stuff. There's like differences in the way that the light casts shadows on your body. Your body will inevitably look different in every scene that you do, and it cannot stay consistently the same. It's impossible. And these standards that everyone puts themselves against, it's like, okay, I've got thousands of dollars of lighting that's hitting my body to make me look great. And you might not have that, and that's okay. I only look that way when I'm in front of the camera. Otherwise, when all the makeup's off, I look like everyone else. I believe that I do. You know, I believe that everyone has an intrinsic beauty and has the ability to continue to be beautiful on and off camera.
I hate to bring it to you, Leana. We don't look the same.
Matt, we look exactly the same. I don't know what you're talking about.
Then why are people not fapping to me? God damn it. Why are you making all that fat money? God damn it.
I don't know. You just got to advertise. You got to sell it, Matt.
Are you saying I don't sell my sexuality well? Or
I'm saying it. I'm saying it.
You're saying it on record.
I feel like you've got to monetize your body better.
You're probably right. You are an expert in these situations.
I feel like anyone can, like, all you have to do to be successful in the industry is to know how to market and monetize.
Oh, 100%. I say that legitimately all the time to people. It's like, this is much more of a marketing job than it is actual. I mean, it is definitely sex work, but it is much more of a marketing job than the actual act of sex.
Yeah. Because what's crazy is, like, I earned the same amount of money for a certain period of time, like, no matter what I weighed. So, like, I was very successful even, like, when I weighed 147 pounds or something like that versus, like, when I weigh 102 now. I am very successful in both categories, and my fans were happy with both because to them and for my brand, it's like my journey of self-discovery, and so they're with me for the whole way, and they've been supportive throughout all of that. But, like, I did that weight loss for myself and for me to feel comfortable and for me to feel like for me to feel more like I just had better control over my body. And it felt so comforting to be like, okay, I can bring myself down whenever I want. It's empowering to be able to feel like I have this deep communication with my body. It's very empowering.
Hell yeah. It's awesome.
But yeah. It is what it is.
Oh, it's good. It's good.
It's like marketing is just such a big part of all of it.
Oh,
managing like your brand and your business, no matter what it is, it's all the same thing.
Well, it's what I used to tell my musicians when I worked in music all the time. You can have the best product in the world. If no one knows about it, it does not matter.
Exactly.
Sometimes that shit goes viral and fucking takes off. Sometimes it takes years of hard work and fucking staying at it to build that fan base. You know, not everyone has the exact same fucking path. That's
also what's so wonderful about it.
The drawback with adult entertainment work is you get the stigma day one.
Oh yeah, you do.
You get the negative side effects from day one, and especially in the modern OF world, you may not stick it out long enough to reap the benefits.
Yes. Yeah.
So it's
definitely investment, and you have to be prepared to make those decisions. Before I entered into porn, I spent an entire year debating on whether I was ready or not. And I committed to only entering porn when I felt comfortable with saying no.
But you're already on cam for quite a while at that point.
I was a cam girl.
I know.
But I mostly did solo content, and I did not have sex with men.
But it's still for the greater world.
Oh, yeah.
The stigma and Like,
That's true. Even like with camming, though, I spent a very great long amount of time debating on whether I was going to do that. I studied a lot of girls before I got into camming, and I figured out what could work for me and what wouldn't. I had a very thorough plan before I did any of it. It was always very thoroughly thought out.
and you're the exception, not the rule on that. So many people
Yeah,
jump into this shit willy-nilly,
that's true. That's true.
and they're just like, "Oh, it's easy money." It's like, no,
No.
it's super not.
No, it's not. You have to be prepared, and you have to understand that there will be like consequences from a certain portion of society that will always resent you for the freedom of your choices. You just have to be prepared for that kind of backlash.
Yeah, you have to be prepared for that kind of backlash. You have to be
But
prepared
no
for.
matter what you do, there are going to be people that resent you because you're successful and that you're happy, and people always want to take away from that.
For
No
sure.
matter what you do.
For sure, but there's also not as much banking discrimination against other people's happiness in life.
That's true. That's true. We get a lot of heat for what we do.
For fuck's
despite
sake, I
Giving
think it's.
passion and love.
I think in some cases it's probably easier to get a bank loan as a drug dealer than it is as an adult performer.
Yeah, yeah. It's very difficult.
But it is what it is. But it's also people need to know what they're getting into before they do it.
Yes. Yeah.
But recently, I had a fan of the show DM slide me and ask me for spicy content.
I knew it.
You knew it?
No.
Well, yeah.
I was just saying, you got to market your body better. You know, it was just like this connects right into our conversation.
Well, that's why I'm bringing it up. But and I thought about it for a minute, and then I was just like, nah, I'm not going to do it. Just because it's one of those things where like, I know what goes into it, and I'm not looking to make the plunge into doing the job full time. And it's like,
Yeah.
what's the point of dealing with the fucking stigma and the bullshit if
Yeah.
you're not really going to fucking do it?
Exactly. Go head first into it or not at all.
Yeah, it's just like,
Yeah.
this is not something you need to dip your toes into.
Exactly.
And I'm very confident that I would fail as an actual male performer. Like, as someone who's been on set plenty of times and knows what goes into the job, I'm very confident that I would fucking fail on a real set.
Okay.
So, like, why am I going to be trying to dip my toe in or just, use my connections to be like, you want to collab? Like, it just all was like, nah.
Yeah.
In the moment, it was like, ooh, money. And then it was like, breaks.
Yeah.
This is, what actually goes into this and how much I'm not looking to do that.
Mm.
It's the same reason, like, over the years where, like, people have been like, oh, I'd love to hook up, but only for my off. And I'm like, I'm cool.
Yeah. No, it's like it limits things.
Well, and it's just one of those things where, like, I'm a big slut off camera, but I'm not looking to just get turned out to be monetized by you.
Exactly. Sometimes, like, there are certain things that it's okay to make the choice of, like, I don't want to monetize this aspect of my life. And that's a very personal and legitimate reason not to do something.
Well, it's just also the choice of, I have obviously no moral qualms with it. It's
Yeah.
just like, I don't think I could do the job. And why am I going to set myself up to have all the drawbacks
Yeah.
and then fail at it?
Yeah. Yeah.
It was just like a ridiculous situation. It was just like, all right. It's like, okay. First, been doing this for almost 10 years and then like, 15 years in 15, almost 16 years in the industry. The only other time like performing has actually legitimately come up was like a bunch of people tried to pay me to bang someone at a party at Exotica Miami in like 2012. And it was just like, what? This is a shit show. And then some other performers got really upset with me when I said no.
Oh.
Like, what do you think, you're too good for it? Like,
Yeah.
it like took offense that I was just like, nah, that's not for me. Like, what do you think, you're too good to bang on film? I'm like, no, I don't think I'm good enough. I've had sex in public. It doesn't go great. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like pushing rope for a while and then like eventually like in a non-crew, non-camera, like fairly low stakes situation, eventually got there. not.
It's just like, yeah, it's everybody's preference. And that's what it should be. You know, just a choice made out of your comfort.
When more people need to, like, especially on the dudes, need to understand, like, what it actually is.
Yes. I was recently talking to someone outside of the industry who found themselves quite terrified at the thought of injecting their penis. And a lot of they were just like, "What? They do that to get hard?" I'm like, "Not every performer does it, but a lot of male performers do, and they inject themselves to stay hard." And that's the reality of what it is. It's probably a little painful. I don't know what happens down there, but like they perform with that. And it's just like people outside of the industry cannot fathom injecting their penis to get it hard.
Oh, for sure. And also the potential side effects, like Danny Wilde has talked about this one from when he went from being a performer to a behind the scenes person. Like the ED drugs fucked him up so bad, like where he was having problems in real life.
Oh,
And that's
yeah.
why he stopped performing and stopped.
I've also heard about that.
Yeah.
Cause like you know, you're doing it yourself in the bathroom. There's gonna be issues if you don't get it right, or like if something happens if you've done it too much. You know, that kind of medication is like, especially when you're using it for extended amounts of time, and you're on set for such a long period of time with it active in your system. There's so many complications that can occur naturally. So much abuse of just abuse of the dick, I suppose, is what I'm trying to say. That you know, that could constitute some difficulty.
You're so giggly. The abuse of the dick.
I didn't know how else to say it.
No, that's the proper way to say it. It's just, it's always delightful when you're, nervous about saying stuff like that.
It's
You're so demure. So
yeah, it's it's the male performer has to go through so much, and they're not always going to be like aroused with every single person they have sex with. And that's okay. You know, there's so much sexual demand from your body. Maybe this is your 8th shoot in a row, right? This is your 8th day or your 4th day, and you've done 2 scenes every day back to back. And it's exhausting for their bodies. Girls, at least, we typically get a little bit more rest. Like it might still be like 1 shoot a day. I've done some doubles where it's 2 scenes in a day, but it's still very physically exhausting, and I could not do that every single day.
for sure. And also, at the end of the day, if you are not attracted to the person you're having a scene with, it can be made up with lubrication and acting.
Yeah. Yeah. Although personally, for my philosophy, I think I'm just aroused with everyone that I work with. I think I'm really good at that.
But if you weren't, like, just
Yeah, but if I wasn't, yeah, there's always lubrication, and it can help with that.
right, versus a dude who's just like, all the lube in the world ain't getting you there, man. If it was
Yeah.
just lube that could get you there, you wouldn't have to go shoot your dick off.
Yeah. There's some I have like I think you already know, I have like a sensory processing thing, so I'm very physically sensitive. Like, so there's so many things that could just very quickly arouse me as well when I'm connecting with someone, when I'm finding that emotional stimulation as well as the physical stimulation. It's just it gets me there very quickly. There's just so much love to give to a person when you're connecting with them in that very intimate space. I say intimate, but I think it's really a testament to the commitment of a performer to be able to get there, to get into that zone when there's like a crew of people surrounding you, there's lights, you're focused on blocking if you've done blocking to get ready for what positions and when and where. It's so complicated, and we just keep it fresh in our minds while we're still trying to be as authentic and genuine as possible.
Right, appear to be present in the moment.
Yeah, it's so important. That's the number one rule.
That's the difference between,
for me.
Well, that's the difference between a good performer and a great performer. Like, a great performer, it's just like they're selling that.
Yeah.
This is amazing sex the whole time.
Yeah.
That's what I'll say, about Jen Jameson back in the day. It was just like, every scene I can remember as a teenager watching Jenna was just like, oh, she looks like she's having the best time of her life every time.
I hope that when my fans see my content, they feel that way.
I hope so too.
Yeah. I very much, that's my desire, to show just how much fun that I'm having.
I'm hoping that, like,
Although I'm thinking back on it, I'm like, you know what? There are a couple like pure taboo scenes where probably the whole allure is that I look like I'm not having fun.
that's part of the performance.
But on the inside, I'm having a blast. I'm having a good old time.
But that's what the role called for, because it's a performance. You're acting.
Yeah, exactly. And I kind of get off on, looking like I'm not having a fun time sometimes when the scene calls for it. It's really fun.
Awesome. Like, oh my God, you're doing your job well. Oh no. Oh no. Heaven forbid you do your job well.
Oh, sweet heavens. Yeah.
Maybe it's why they keep rebooking you.
Oh my goodness. It could be.
Could just be. I'm going to shift it up a little bit. So you've been here a fucking month. What have you been doing in LA besides playing Diablo?
And besides recovering from my wisdom tooth removal, I've been taking acting classes.
Really?
I am making a really big shift in my career. I decided as soon as I got here, feet first, head first, every part of me is invested in, I guess, honing myself. I mean, this whole year has been so deeply transformative for me. I feel like an entirely different person going in, coming out. It's just been so wild. And so I started taking professional, like mainstream acting classes.
Not with Scientology, right?
No.
Okay.
Scientology has acting
Oh,
classes?
yeah. You didn't know that?
No.
You didn't know that?
No.
Oh, yeah. It's one of the ways they lure people in. They offer free acting classes.
No, thankfully I pay for my acting classes.
Just wanted to check.
Okay, cool.
A lot of people have, been, free acting classes. Oh, that's okay, whatever. I'm sure Scientology is great for networking, but
I'm very happy to tell you I am not within the church of Scientology. Very happy.
don't need you to go from one religious cult to another.
Yeah, no. No more cults for me.
Tell me about the acting classes since I derailed you there. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. So, I got a scene partner. I rehearsed my scene. We were practicing it for about like a week, and then we just we went headfirst into it.
What was the scene?
I think my first scene, oh gosh, I forgot the name already. Christy something Barcelona.
Vicky Christie Barcelona. A Woody Allen movie.
Yeah, very good movie. So playing that, I am the...
You're playing the ScarJo character?
No, the other one.
Penelope Cruz.
Yeah, I'm playing Penelope Cruz. And we're at the dining table, just like as the male lead walks in, and he had offered a threesome, and I'm all upset about it. It was really fun though. I really committed myself into the role, and as I develop myself, as I develop my character, I feel like I could do 10 pages of inner work, just really working on connecting with who I am and what my goal is and how I'm going to win.
Hell yeah.
Out of every scene. There's just this deep process that I feel like is also helping me analyze my scenes better in porn. In some levels, right? I feel like I'm bringing like a high-powered laser to a knife fight when I apply it to certain porn scenes, because they're like, some of them are very short and to the point, right? Oh, hi, sex. It's like immediate. But even in that context, you can still use different layers of analysis to add depth to your character and to bring something new into it. I love how I'm using acting as a form of propulsion for my experience with porn. And I am really enjoying being able to just put all of this together and to learn something new. I think I've told you this before, but I love having a really big tool belt of skills. right? I worked on directing and all of these other things, and now it's just it continues to come together to create who I am. Everything that I learn is dedicated to shaping myself into something more refined than before.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Again, like you're not sitting around just being content.
Yeah.
I just got a vision of, so what's my motivation to fuck my stepson?
Yeah. That's what it is. No, like I'm thinking about that. I was doing a scene where I'm like the disobedient stepdaughter, and I'm just like, okay, so I have like an internal association, and I'm just like, okay, really my stepmom is like my sister, who I think is a total bitch right now. And that's like what pulls the emotion, because I'm just like, oh, I can act this way if I'm thinking this. And it doesn't translate sexually. You just turn that part off during the sex, but it's so funny. It was so funny, like going into it and finding what translates. Just I have such a wonderful time at just shooting porn in general, and finding these associations is just hilarious.
Well, yeah, because porn subs are ridiculous.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like my stepmom. Ooh, I hate you so much. What if you just spanked me? What if you just spanked me as punishment, and we'd just be done with it?
Oh, that would be ridiculous if like you did a step mommy scene or something like that, and then like after the fact you're like, oh yeah, by the way, I called the cops. This is abuse.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I was shooting with Lexi Luna. She's always such a wonderful performer to work with. And yeah, it turned out to be a great scene. She tells me, like, as soon as she finished, like, I think that was like the best scene that we've ever done together. And I was just like, you know what? I think you're right.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Glad the acting's working for you. So are you gonna go out for more mainstream stuff?
Yeah, I am. I've already gotten several well, like I've already gotten like several things that I'm focused towards, in terms of like, these are my goals. This is what I'm pursuing. I have like a detailed list of like milestones that I want to achieve, and
Tell the class.
I'm really more dedicated towards pursuing mainstream projects. I think it would be really cool to be a part of the mainstream industry.
Well, what kind of mainstream projects do you want to pursue?
Horror movies.
I can see that.
Yeah, because I grew up watching horror movies. I always found comfort in them. I would love something really surrealist. I would love to be in an art housey kind of film, especially. I've had a lot of people recommend that I go into voice acting, right? Um, that's always been very interesting to me. I think that I have a lot of leeway there, but mostly I think psychological horror would be really fun. I love psychological horrors, but mostly surreal projects. Absolutely things that are just out of one's head.
Have you ever seen why am I
Oh, Suspiria is a really good example.
not familiar with that
I
one?
would love to be in like something like Suspiria. It's
Hmm.
like a coven of witches in like in a ballet troupe, basically.
Hmm.
It's really cool. School of ballet.
Interesting. Have you ever seen Enter the Void?
Yes.
What's your thoughts on that?
Super freaky. Super freaky, super gory, right? Did I
No.
get that right? Oh,
No.
different movie then. Sorry, a different horror movie with the name with the word void in it.
Well, I wouldn't consider Enter the Void so much a horror movie as more of a like really surreal psychological movie.
Oh, okay.
So the plot is it's all shot POV or in weird angles in POV.
Okay, I definitely haven't seen it then.
It takes place in Tokyo, and it follows an expat drug dealer who is killed in the first 15 minutes of the movie.
Mm.
and then the rest of the movie is him revisiting his own life in non-sequential order, and also like from weird angles of viewing his friends and family. Intentionally trippy.
Wow.
It's a really strange movie.
Fascinating.
It's been rated as like one of the hardest films to watch.
Mm.
If you're looking for something that is like weirdly and like psychological, it's an interesting watch. It is definitely an interesting watch.
I love that. I love that. I find myself really drawn to projects that are very deeply philosophical. I think really projects with depth are very much what I'm drawn to.
Like what other sort of stuff?
Have you ever seen the movie The Illusionist?
With
It's a love story about an illusionist and a woman who loves his work.
with Edward Norton.
Yeah, it's a really good film. I'm very drawn to the layers that the story creates because it has so many twists and turns, and it makes you feel something very, very powerful for their passion and their connection to one another, and the way that he eludes and mystifies his audience into including us as we're watching the film, into never truly guessing what his full intentions are until the end.
I think I've seen it. It's just been a very long time.
It's a good old movie. The Others.
It's from 2006. Don't call it an old movie.
I'm sorry.
I know that, like, my brain still has problems with this. It's like, no, a movie from 2006 is like in the mid 90s being like a movie from the 70s. That's the same time jump. My brain just doesn't, like, because I wasn't alive in the 70s.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's an old movie. Like, no, dummy. It's the same fucking difference.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be dead soon. God damn.
No, don't say that. Death is not coming for you until very, very, very later in your life, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm already old.
You
Anytime now.
seem so. What? No, how old are you?
44.
How on earth do you see that as old?
Well, seeing as the average life expectancy for a man in America is 75.5, that means it's already more than halfway over.
No. Okay, well, you can't expect yourself to live with the statistics. That's just not playing fair to yourself.
Yeah, because I drink like a fish.
A man of your rich and vibrant health is not to live to only 75. I bet you 87.
Okay, that still puts it more than halfway over.
But what a rich and colorful life left to live. That's 40 more years. Imagine what you could do with that amount of time. That's wonderful. And I don't consider that old. I believe that age is a mindset, and it's only reached when you've accessed a certain level of debilitation, right? Even then, youthfulness is something that is kept within your heart.
Oh, for sure. Like, I was joking with a friend, it was his birthday like a day or two ago, and he's about my age. I'm just like, oh man, we're in our 40s now, and it's like, there's just aches and pains in life at this point. And I'm just like, I could never understand, removing oneself from this existence. I'm saying in a politically correct way so YouTube doesn't demonetize it.
Yeah.
But I totally get like why people with real chronic pain might decide to check out.
Yeah.
And he's like, are you? I'm like, no, dude, I'm not. No, that is just like the little aches and pains are really fucking irritating. I'm not looking to leave. Don't, it's not idealization there, but I get it. I get it if you were like, I guess I couldn't comprehend on how someone who's like wheelchair bound and in constant pain decides to stick it out.
Right. It's constant pain like that is very difficult. I mean, I can't imagine anyone going through the pain that I went through every single day. Because there's some people, right, when they get their wisdom teeth removed.
Yeah, I was about to say, clarify that, please.
Some people get nerve damage in their face after they've gotten their wisdom teeth removed, where they just feel constant pain in their face all the time because the nerve damage affected like where it just they constantly feel that pain, and that would be awful. I couldn't imagine when I got my wisdom teeth removed very recently. I was in an ethereal amount of pain. That's just how I would describe it. Day one, it's like I was not prescribed pain medication the first day. It was agonizing, and I did not see an end to that pain. I'm waiting at the pharmacy. They're like, "We don't have anything for you." No, I was just so unlike myself in that despair. And I think that pain changes someone's brain chemistry, especially the longer that you're within it, the more difficult it becomes. And for some people, perhaps that pain gets dulled into the background, but it always comes back, and I have to give credit to the people who live with debilitating illnesses where that's just what they experience. Cheers to the life they continue to lead, and to the colorful embracing of those qualities in their life that enable them to keep going, because how wonderful you are for that. But it's very difficult. I think it's good that Canada has like the ethical
Oregon has it too.
Oh yeah, apparently.
Yeah.
I didn't know about that. I heard it must be new because I hadn't heard about it yet. But like you can ethically remove yourself from life's equation now.
It passed in 97, by the way, in Oregon, the
Wow.
Death with Dignity Act.
Death with dignity.
It passed by voters in 94, but officially took effect in October 27th, 1997. But you have to be terminally ill.
Yeah, which makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I mean, technically, we're all
Gives
terminally
you control.
We're technically all terminally ill. None of us are making it out of this alive.
Says the nihilist.
We've met.
That's okay though.
Oh, I know. I'm not changing.
Okay, good.
I'm not.
That's what makes you you.
It is. All my
And
life
I
experiences.
embrace all of the wonderful differences in our conversation because it makes it so colorful.
Well, and I hope it's entertaining the people at home.
I hope so too.
But yeah, they passed that in 97. Okay, and then the Netherlands have I think it's the Netherlands. The Netherlands has a law, the termination of life on request and assisted suicide. So I'm just edited it for YouTube. That allows euthanasia and assisted suicide under strict conditions. Decriminalizing if a doctor follows due care criteria. Unbearable suffering with no prospect for improvement. A voluntary and well-considered request. Informed patient. No reasonable alternatives. And consultation with another doctor.
Yeah.
It covers physical and severe psychiatric suffering with specific rules for minors. 12 to 16 with parental consent. So is that just a really late term abortion?
It's a pretty messed up one. I at the moment I can't fathom what the need would be, but like I could imagine like if in the situation that we were talking about where it's constant, extreme, nearly impossible to tolerate pain, you would want to have the safety of an option, even though it would be unimaginable to a parent.
Well, imagine that wisdom tooth pain could not be dulled and was going to be there forever.
Yeah.
Would you consider it at that point?
I would. Because that would be impossible. Life would be undoable. It would not be, I would not be able to live a functional life.
Well, I'm glad the pain is subsiding.
Yeah, right?
You're going to be with us.
It's so much more tolerable now. 2 weeks ago, I could not have imagined a reality without that pain. And now it's just like, wow.
Well,
it feels so much better. It's like, when you get out of the fog of a very heavy cold and you're like, I can smell the world again. Everything's wonderful. I'm not achy. It's just I can go on a walk and I don't feel winded, and suddenly I'm so grateful to have legs, and I'm so grateful to breathe air. I'm so grateful to not be in pain every day. And that's where I am right now. I feel like I'm floating on a cloud of gratitude. So grateful to not be in pain. There's very minor pain. but I am still on pain medication to just like to moderate that and to work with it.
I am such a big baby that if I'm ever sick for more than 48 hours, I'm like, it's just going to be like this forever now.
Oh.
It's like, oh yeah, this is just my life now. And then all of a sudden, like a couple days later, I'm feeling fine. Like, oh, well, I guess I might have been overreacting. Skosh.
Yeah, honestly, getting a gum graft at the same time as getting all 4 wisdom teeth removed was a conscious choice.
Why did you decide to get a gum graft at the same time?
Because I was just like, you know what? I'm so busy that December is the only time of the month that I would have had that free time. So if I wanted to get the gum graft, I would have had to wait another year. And I didn't feel like that was a good decision.
Why'd you get the gum graft?
I just had 2 lower teeth that had naturally like receded in the gum line just because of like where things are in my mouth. And because I had braces, apparently it makes it more susceptible. And they were just like, you should do it.
Do you have cadaver gums in your mouth now?
No, it's all natural. They say that
Cadavers are natural.
it's all me. It's all me.
Yeah, they steal some thigh meat and put it in your mouth?
No. No, thank you.
Because you know how, like, with the fat transfers for tits and shit like that,
They have like gum farms. You know, they create the tissue now.
So they harvested your tissue and grew some Leana Lovings in a lab?
No. Sorry. That's like usually the donated tissue is from like a gum farm, but I didn't receive any donated tissue. What they did was they cut into the roof of my mouth and removed a ton of tissue there to reconstitute.
So what you're saying is you have more room in the roof of your mouth now?
I'm going to experiment with that and we'll see what happens.
See what your co-stars say.
Yeah. You know, it's really funny. I have to do like these jaw exercises now to really open up my mouth again.
Show the camera for a moment.
You know, I got to like really expand it like that to like really get my mouth as open as possible now.
I think I'm cutting all of this for YouTube. This is all not going to YouTube. This is so demonetization. Go on the Patreon if you want to see that, folks.
Yeah, you know, jaw stretches, very important.
YouTube's going to hit me with a sexual gratification charge again. So
oh, no.
They demonetized me earlier in the year for sexual gratification.
For what?
Oh, yeah.
From what?
They never really clarified.
Oh.
But yeah, they demonetized the whole channel for a couple months over it.
I'm so sorry.
It's just the draconian system of making money at platforms' whims.
Yeah. It is what it is.
Yep. Got it back, but...
You're headstrong. You fight through it.
I just kind of sucked it up. made a bunch of noise about wanting to go to my state representative about like having them look at the laws and then just got too lazy to follow up on it.
As we do.
And yeah, it's just like, oh, too much on my plate to go harass my state assembly person about doing something about this. But honestly, that is the move if you really have problems, is go bother your state assembly person. They generally, are pretty like susceptible to actually having their constituents make them do shit. Oh, my state assembly person has 2,000 followers on Twitter.
Oh, there we go.
That feels like someone I could bully on social media.
Please don't say that. Please don't bully your state assembly person.
Oh, no.
Probably.
I'm just saying if they're not looking to look out for their constituents' best interest.
Oh, I see.
Not just for the fuck of it. I'm not going to just start trolling a fucking state politician for no fucking good reason.
You've given the idea out into the universe, and now everyone that hears it is going to think about it. That's what I was thinking.
You're just thinking about bullying politicians?
No.
Yeah. It's not right. You just moved to California.
I know. Look at me. I'm such a troublemaker. I cause all sorts of trouble.
I know. That's why.
What are you going to do with me?
This.
Exactly.
Literally this.
Exactly. We air our grievances.
You record it and put it out on the internet. Literally what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do. But I mean, now that you're actually in town, we can do things socially at some point.
Yes, exactly. It's so nice. I feel so liberated in some sense. I just have the freedom to attend these events and to do more things. It took a while because I had to get settled, but now I have a sofa, which is amazing. I love sitting on my sofa playing video games.
You now have 4 pieces of furniture? Wow.
Yeah, I know.
Well,
I'm
and
counting.
now you get to actually experience, like, what real LA is about. Like, the fact that there's so much shit to do here, to consume, that you just can't plan trips around it. Like, especially with as much as you were working.
So much. It was always just I focus. I'm such a workaholic. I would dedicate my days of work, fly in, work every day, fly out. 2 weeks in and out. I would give myself days of rest, but during those days of rest, I'm so dedicated to my job that I spend those days solely recovering physically. I don't want to do anything strenuous that'll wear me out for the next day, right? So I really haven't done very much in terms of exploration of LA, and there's so much that I have the freedom to enjoy now.
Exactly. There's a lot of, like, rad art house theaters, like,
Yeah.
you gotta go to the New Beverly at some point.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with the New Beverly?
No.
It's one of the 2 theaters Quentin Tarantino owns,
I see.
and he personally programs it.
That's so fun.
And it's just as eclectic as you'd think something programmed by Quentin Tarantino would be.
Wow.
Let's see, what is on the schedule for this next week? Tomorrow and Wednesday, When Harry Met Sally and Sleepless in Seattle as a double feature. The Godfather Part 2,
Of course.
To Live and Die in LA on Friday. Death Proof. The Muppet Movies playing on Saturday the 3rd.
Oh.
Also Aliens.
Mm. Good choices.
The Bluebeard's Eighth Wife and the Smiling Lieutenant are next week. It's all that eclectic. Oh, they're doing a 10 a.m. showing of a fucking Aladdin on Saturday the 10th. I may go to that.
Wow.
This won't be out in time, so no one can stalk me out there. But it's just that eclectic. And there's all sorts of other theaters that are like that around town and shit like that. So, like,
Yeah.
for someone who's into movies and looking to be in mainstream, that sort of shit is there and readily available.
Fantastic. Now I have to.
You should. You absolutely should. The food scene's rad. The comedy scene's rad. Like, there's just so much to consume in this fucking town.
Yeah.
It's part of the reason I love living here, though I haven't been taking advantage of it as much as I should be. Because I work too much too, so.
Yeah. Yeah. We're all, there's no rest for the wicked, as one says.
Well, it's one of the other reasons that, like, when people are like, oh, this is easy money, I'm like, no, it's
No.
not. You are
No.
constantly working.
When you become your own boss, suddenly you think of all the things that you're not doing when you rest. That's at least where my brain is all of the time.
Oh, yeah, if you want to be successful.
What am I not doing for my fans right now? What am I not communicating? What do they need from me? And it's just, I don't stop until I've found it. And when I do rest, I'm constantly thinking about what I can do for my fans still. Or like what's missing? What else do I need? Is there anything I need to get caught up on? It's a wide wheel.
Well, there's no clocking out.
Yeah.
When you work for someone else, when you clock out, you no longer have to give a fuck because it's no
Yeah.
longer your
You
problem.
lose the burden of responsibility. The bear is gone. There's nothing on your shoulders.
Right. Where when you work for yourself, which everyone in this industry works for themselves.
Yes, we are all independent powerhouses in terms of creativity. Everything that we do, we manage ourselves. We are all business people.
Yep. Which means there is no punching out.
Exactly. But that's the dedication that we put into our life's work. All of these things are I do for love, right? For passion and discovery, and this is my life's work. It is continually my journey. And I always want people to be able to feel that in everything that I do.
So if you were to get fairly big mainstream success, would you still be doing?
Yes. Personally, that's just what my preference would be. Because I do it for the art. I do it because I enjoy it. And if I'm constantly like finding new avenues to explore emotionally, of course, there's always room for porn, in my opinion.
What if some mainstream studios like, we want to put you in this fucking series, but having an active porn star might be a problem?
Well, we'd have to talk about it, but I would always still like my reputation is persistent. My presence is persistent. There is no removing my identity. And the only way to work with me is to be able to accept all of me. And all of me includes my passion, my desires, my motivation, my work, my love. And all of that means that I will work like a dog until I die, in terms of, being able to provide the kind of quality that you get from someone like me. It's extremely valuable. But you have to be able to swallow that commitment, right? In choosing someone that is as dedicated as me, because at the end of the day, I have done porn, and it's not going to wash away then. It's not going to wash away now. You can't. It's a part of me.
Well, obviously it's a part of you, and it's something.
It's still separate. I can still do mainstream and porn, and those can still be separate things, right? But I want them to be different outlets for different things and different discoveries, so that those journeys can at some point coincide in something that's beautiful and fruitful. But they each have different purposes in my life, so each aspect has to respect that.
Hopefully, but some
Hopefully.
producers I could see not necessarily respecting this.
Oh, of course not. But it's the same as with everyone. There's a continuous volume of perspectives that change over time, and uh, I love them either way. Whatever choice descends upon.
For sure. It would be pretty rad, like, to have a fucking AVN and a Golden Globe on the same shelf.
Right? Pretty cool.
Yeah, you can make them kiss.
That'd be pretty funny.
It would be. It'd be ridiculous. Because
I don't know if it would ever happen, but I'm not going into it for awards. In terms of that, it's my passion and my desire, and we'll see what comes out of it, because honestly, this year has been pretty intense in terms of the things that I've done. I won International Female Performer of the Year at the Doppio Senso Night Awards in Italy. So now I'm internationally acclaimed, which is pretty cool.
I'm pretty sure you were without the award. Pretty sure.
What's that?
I'm pretty sure you were without the award. I don't think you need a trophy to cement your international acclaim.
Oh, thank you so much. But I also got a Female Performer of the Year as well, from the Night Moves Awards, which was really cool. Yeah. It's been just such an explosive year. I went to Budapest and I shot there for 2 weeks.
A bunch of horror stuff, right? Like horror
porn.
Yeah.
Yeah, for hentai and vampire, all under the same structure. So fantastic.
Hell yeah.
I loved it.
What'd you do in Budapest? Did you just work the whole time? Tell me you did something besides just work.
I mean, I saw Buda and I saw Pest, right? Different sides. I saw Castle Buda, very beautiful. I had very lovely food, right?
What'd you have?
Oh gosh, I'm trying to remember. I was just telling someone about this yesterday. I can't remember the name of it, but it's like pork in jelly. It's like pork jelly cubes, basically.
I will Google Hungarian pork jelly cubes.
And it's so good. So amazing. Just the flavor that's left inside of the jelly, because everything is so congealed and cold, but it's amazing. You don't expect it to taste as good as it does.
Oh, that I cannot pronounce that.
Yeah, it's difficult.
It's spelled Kocsanya. This is a traditional savory aspect dish made from slow simmered pork parts in rich natural collagen, and causes the broth to set into a jelly when cooled.
I'm pretty sure that's it.
It's a popular winter and holiday food in Hungary and other Eastern European countries.
Yeah. Super fun. Super delicious.
I need to go to Budapest at some point.
Yeah. They have, you know what? They put one of the more popular things. It's so simple. All they do is they just have a special type of seasoning that they mix with the olive oil, and then you put the bread in. It's just you dip the seasoning in with the olive oil and the bread, and it changes the whole flavor profile. It's so amazing. I wish that I could enjoy more bread like that. Makes me want to go to a bakery and just like get a bunch of spices. And
Yeah, but American bread's never going to be as good as European bread.
no, it's not going to be as good as the European bread. But you know what? A girl can dream.
Or you could just go to Europe more.
I've thought about it. You know, I am compelled to make a tour to Europe. There has been recently more demand for my work in Europe. I mean, with this award, you know, on my heels, it's definitely been extremely tempting, and I had such a lovely time doing it. You know, it's
What's stopping you?
right? Exactly, nothing's stopping me. Well, actually, I still have to get settled in LA first. Right?
You have a couch, you have a bed, and you're settled. That's your fucking need.
That's true. I've got so much work. I take acting classes every single week. I go every single weekend.
Sure, you can miss a week or two. It's not like you wouldn't be doing acting on the job while you're there.
That's true. That's true.
It's not like you're just abandoning the craft for 2 weeks. No, I need to see that part of Europe. I really do.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, and I recently went to the Venus convention right in Berlin.
Jealous of that too.
Fantastic. I represented adult time for that. It was so wonderful. Really fantastic to see that I had an international array of fans.
You won international award. Of course you have an international array of fans.
I wasn't expecting it. It's like you receive the reward, but you don't realize what the reality of it is. Especially because, you know, I have no familiarity with what my content has influenced there. And it's just so deeply astounding to realize how it translates and where.
What were the European fans telling you?
I had some interesting ones. A lot of people brought their friends. So there were 2 coworkers that came in, and he's just like, look, we saw you. I introduced him to your scenes, and we're really big fans. We were on our way. They were like construction workers on the way to build a castle because, of course.
Right.
So they were working on a Neo-Ray castle, but it's like a 45-minute drive to said castle. And so they were just like, oh, and we saw I showed him your scene while we were sitting in the back seat. So they watched my porn on the way to work in the back of a van, just kind of chilling. Because
It sounds like the setup of a gay scene.
Right? No, it was so casual. I'm just so happy that they could appreciate my porn, but they were just, they would watch some of my scenes on the way to work. And that's how they do it, best buds. I have so much respect and so much love. I'm so grateful that they've had this wonderful experience, but also like some dude brought his stepson in there. He's just like, I knew he was a fan of your work. I bring him here. Will you take a picture with him? I will take the picture. It's like, okay, yeah. It was just like, that was his way of bonding with his stepson. Brought him to a porn convention. It was just like, the culture is so wildly different.
Oh, definitely.
It's just a familiarity and a comfort with adult content where it's just like, it's much more normalized.
Well, because sex isn't as taboo.
It's not. And I think it should be that way much more often.
Well, yeah, but this country was founded by puritanical prudes.
Yeah, but change is always
Slow.
on its way. It's always on its way, though. Progress will continue to push its head forward no matter what comes in the way of it, because time is constant.
For sure, but it's happening real fucking slow, and people are fighting, kicking, and fucking screaming.
Yeah,
They're fighting it so hard.
It's so funny. My favorite comparison is people always argue, oh, well, in the old days, it wasn't like this. Well, okay, there's a French poem about the knight who made cunts speak, about a dude who saved some water nymphs from some robbers, water nymphs who were about to be assaulted. And he saves them, and they're just like, we're going to give you this magical ability. You can talk to cunts. Ability 1. Ability 2, the cunts will always speak the truth.
Mhm.
Ability 3, they cannot be stoppered up or concealed from speaking with you. If anyone tries to seal it up, it will be unveiled. It has to speak to you no matter what.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Fantastic story. But the knight who made cunts speak, so direct. Story about like making women's vaginas talk to him.
They
Like-
were drawing dicks on cave walls.
Yeah. Yeah. So there was so much vulgarity in what we consider to be deeply refined culture. And it's just like, sure, there were certain things that were very like, oh, ankles, how scandalous. But also it's just about the meaning that they attributed it to at that time.
Well, it's also what happened in public versus what happened behind closed doors.
Yeah.
Like, my grandfather.
Hellfire Club existed.
Oh, for sure. Hell, even a couple generations back, my grandfather fought in World War II. And fairly prim and proper until his later years when he just stopped giving a fuck. And just was telling stories about like USO dances before he shipped off and shit like that. And, like, he's like, oh, I've been to Hollywood before. They brought a bunch of girls out for us for the before we shipped off. And it was just like, all right, Grandpa.
They get one last hurrah, They deserve a little bit of a treat, I believe.
Well, yeah. Well, he also told the story about like hooking up with a woman who's just like, I can't do this unless we'll get married. He's like, oh, I'll marry you, but I'm shipping off tomorrow.
Oh.
And he was lying about shipping off, and then he actually got orders. But it's just like, no, that shit obviously still happened.
Absolutely.
It's just we just pretend. A lot of the illusion is fucking gone.
Yeah,
People are just more honest.
They love to gloss over the fact that Benjamin Franklin was in a sex cult. They're just like, they look right over that. The Hellfire Club was acknowledged. Some people are like, oh, it could have been parody. But it's just like, I'm pretty sure it was.
We all got here via fucking.
Exactly. People have committed the deed in order for us to be here. Why shame others for it? For our sexual freedoms, freedom with our body to do as we please. Really, more people should be supportive of that. Freedom of expression is so vital to our nation's rights. Why would we persecute others in this way when we should be embracing the freedom that our country ought to provide to us?
I agree, but people are jealous. People are.
Yeah.
And people hold on to old ways. I'm like, I understand. Back in the day, there was no cure for fucking syphilis. There was,
no cure.
There was legacies that, having to know who like someone's child was utterly important to heirs, legacy, land, all that shit. So
transference to get the money.
Right.
So important. All of that, like the staples, and obviously, women can't defend themselves, so women can't own anything, like
right. In the olden times,
things,
it made sense. Like,
it was necessary for home and survival.
It was necessary for society, home, survival, etc. For the status quo, for women to not be promiscuous.
Yeah.
Like, and I understand why societally, like, oh, hey, you're spreading plagues, and shit like that. I'm like, and you don't know who the father, your child's a bastard.
Yeah.
Guess what? We have penicillin and DNA tests.
Yeah.
All of this is very easily remedied.
Yeah.
Like, HIV is not even a death sentence anymore.
Yeah.
Not that I recommend you get HIV. Please don't willingly go get HIV. But it's not a death sentence anymore. So why are we still acting like it's ye olden times?
Well, I think certainly a lot of it is that people love to have a place for judgment. And what better structure to judge people upon than like the archaic foundations of your life choices, right? And so many people have made life choices that have diminished their quality of life or their satisfaction of life, and a lot of it comes down to their honesty with sexual intimacy. There are a lot of things that people feel like they've missed out on, or they shame themselves for in the decisions that they've made or things that have happened to them, to the point where they cast that shame on others so that they can feel better about themselves.
Oh, for sure.
They
100%.
prefer to label us as others, to dehumanize us, because that's what makes them feel like their choices are worthwhile. Sometimes that's what motivates people, but I think more people should realize that when you cast people as others, you slowly whittle away at their freedoms, and you're also eating away at your own.
Oh, yeah,
You
'cause
begin to lose your identity as more and more people become the same, and eventually judgment will always return to you.
well, and those tools you would use to strip away someone else's freedom could definitely be turned around and used on you.
It will. It's not even an if, it's just a when. And it's happening already for so many people in terms of like surveillance state, just like the way that they use protection as a way to take away our safety, in terms of how everything is tracked online now. Like when you have to put your ID on, like, in order to access a website, that means you're providing your information. Why was anyone okay with that when years ago people would be like, I'm not giving you my ID for this? There used to be so much more pushback against it, because like identity theft is real,
Oh, it's huge.
right?
And the
It's
problem,
so huge. You're just making yourself more vulnerable. It's not making you safe. It's in your best interest, because it's third-party companies that are going to sell that information. They're going to sell your interests. They're going to keep track of everything that you're doing. And it's just like, why make yourself vulnerable to that? That's my belief.
I mean, I was just about to make the same point, so
Okay.
I wholly agree with you.
Yeah.
And you don't know who these third-party companies are at all.
Exactly. It's so dangerous. We've exposed ourselves to more danger. And I can understand why people see it as a valiant choice, because they're frequently misinformed by the people that are trying to compel them to make these choices that are against their better interest. Always.
On paper,
Yeah.
in a vacuum, we're like, oh, we want to protect the children. Cool.
It sounds like such a blanket, like of course everyone would want that if that's really what it was. But it's not what the reality is whatsoever.
Absolutely not. If we want to protect children, we might have some different gun laws.
Yeah. Yeah. And it makes me very sad to think about that, because I believe that the safety of children should always be prioritized. It's a shame to see where it is now that children have to feel unsafe in their schools, and schools should be about learning, and it should be an environment where they feel like they can share their ideas without fear of persecution. It should be okay to just be yourself in a school and not have to worry. That's where I think the foundation should be. Not about, is my child's backpack Kevlar like level safe? Is it bulletproof? That's such a grim thought. And now like they do these very serious gun drills now, right? Where they try to make sure that the child is protected, but it's just like, okay, you want to teach teachers how to handle guns now too? Like, why you want them to have like all of this like protection, all of this bulletproof like level of screening? It's just like, how is that going to protect more than just placing a little bit more regulation? As much as scary as that can sound, because right, the right to bear arms is one of the strongest foundations of our country. It's also like, at some point, safety should be considered for the kids. because a lot of people that have weapons just don't have enough training. We're not trained professionals. I personally,
I am.
that's awesome. Congratulations.
I mean, that's not a joke. I am, right?
No, I didn't know that. That's
I did armed security for over a
wonderful.
decade.
That's so wonderful, but like the vast majority of us aren't trained how to handle guns, and I just think certain people probably shouldn't have them.
Probably not. And I'm sure there's some people watching this be like, that guy shouldn't. My thought process on it has always been, one, we need to figure out what the laws are nationally. Like the patchwork of state to state laws on it is such craziness.
Yeah.
The fact that I can be in Vegas in 4 hours and I can cash and carry a long gun as a California resident 4 hours away, yet I'd have a massive waiting period if I purchased it in state.
Mm.
Makes no fucking sense.
Yeah.
Whatever the laws are, we just need to figure out what they are for everyone. And they need to be
transparency is so helpful.
And then I'm of the opinion that people need to have some mandatory training.
Yeah.
And it's crazy right now. Like, so I had armed security licenses in California, Nevada, and Illinois. You had to shoot twice a year in both Nevada and California. For a Nevada concealed carry, you shoot once in 5 years.
Wow.
That's it.
That's crazy.
You take an 8-hour course, you shoot 150, like when I took it may have changed since then, but you shot either 30 or 50 round course. And that's it. You're off to the races.
Wow.
Yeah. Where doing it professionally, Nevada, we had to take a 40-hour course and shoot twice a year. And if I remember correctly, the license had to be renewed every 2 years. I understand, like, as a professional, statistically, there's a much higher likelihood that I'm going to use my weapon. Sure. But you're also legally allowing people to just conceal carry a firearm with that level of training. And hell, I actually argued with our instructor during the concealed carry course because he was encouraging people to not walk around with one in the chamber. I don't know how familiar you are with firearms.
I'm not familiar.
One of the chamber means that, like, you have racked the slide back, there is one ready to go. You pull the trigger, it's going to go boom.
Oh.
The reason you want to, in a concealed carry, in a situation where you'd actually have one in the chamber is, in a high-stress situation, are you going to be able to draw, rack the slide back, and make your weapon ready to fire in a fast enough?
Maybe not.
Right.
Might be too scared. Might not be able to think straight, and then you load it wrong.
Well, it's not even load it wrong. It would be more like you fumble it.
Oh, you fumble it. Yeah.
Or the other person just gets shots on target while you're still trying to load.
Yeah.
You know, pull here, draw, rack, pull the slide back.
Yeah.
And get on target. Versus like.
Right. Yeah.
I understand from a liability standpoint why the instructor was telling people who are not familiar with firearms who are getting their concealed carry.
Because I think also, sorry.
Why they shouldn't keep one in the chamber. Because if you're not trained on how to, pull your weapon from a holster, you could definitely have a negligent discharge and shoot your fucking self.
I was about to say, I think there have been a lot of cases of people accidentally shooting themselves in the foot for that very reason, or they've accidentally shot themselves in the butt. I've heard that too. Butt or foot seem to be the most popular accidental fires.
Well, yeah, but you should be trained on how to draw your weapon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because ideally, if you're a concealed carrying and you need to draw it, is a life or death situation. I don't know about you. In a life or death situation, I don't want to take the chance that, like, the adrenaline is going to fuck me up to a point where, like, I don't competently rack the slide, or I'm just not fast enough.
Yeah.
Because a real firefight generally lasts about 3 seconds. They're very quick. They're over quick. Like, it's not like this long, drawn-out thing like the fucking movies.
That makes sense. I mean, as soon as you make contact, a lot of people would stop.
Yeah, most people don't like getting shot at.
Yeah.
At least for what I was doing. The stereotypical range of engagement was about as far as you and I are from each other, if not closer. because I was working for an armored car company, so I'm carrying bags of money.
Yeah.
So generally, when it went down for us, someone is ambushing you.
Mm.
It's going to go down quick. It's going to go down at point blank range.
Yeah. Wild.
Yeah, it was an interesting gig. That's the other problem with gun culture in a lot of cases. A lot of people who are into guns aren't living in the real world.
Yeah.
Their expectations of how guns work is how guns work in movies.
Yeah.
Like, no, that's just not how things work in the real world. Like, people get shot and don't go down.
Yeah. That makes sense.
There's a reason, like, when you're shooting at, in real life, you don't aim for people's heads.
This is the smallest part of the body.
Right, it's a small target. You aim center mass. Because there's a cluster of organs here that you hit them right, things shut down. People stop moving.
Yeah.
That's why, cops just wear Kevlar, not helmets.
Yeah. It makes complete sense.
But, unfortunately, part of our, right to bear arms comes with a lot of people's fucking fantasy. And, like, I've had arguments with people on the internet who are just like, oh, well, if I was in that situation, I would have waited in and like stopped the shooter. I'm like,
It's like you can't think. You probably can't, or like you have to go through training to be able to think through emergency situations because most people get deer in the headlights. That's what we're taught. I have a lot of medical training. Like I had several years of medical training, and I'm a certified nursing assistant, or I was. I'm pretty sure my license expired, but
you should know that.
I had a license, right? And at that time, right, I had worked in a nursing home, and we were talking about how to deal with emergencies. And I've been in medical emergencies where it's just like, okay, this is what we need to do. I know how to think and how to act in an emergency situation. You do this. You have to give people directions. Otherwise, they freeze and they don't know what to do. And a lot of people think, I'm going to be that guy and I'm going to be able to make the decision. I'm going to be able to move. 9 times out of 10, you won't be that guy.
Nope, you definitely will not be. Here's a great little tidbit.
Yeah.
In high-stress real-world or simulated police shooting simulations, studies show a significant drop in shooting accuracy, with hit rates often ranging from 18 to 54% for the police.
Yeah, that's crazy. And they're trained. They have years of experience most of the time.
Right. 18% on the low end.
Yeah.
Average hit rate. Studies analyzing actual police-involved shootings found that average hit rates around 18% for the New York Police Department between 1998 and 2006. 18% in real world. And these are trained people, let alone people that have never had to deal with that kind of violence in real life.
Yeah. Crazy.
It's just like, I'm going to fire 5 rounds at you, and one of them may hit. One.
Yeah.
It's people just.
I'm still a believer of the constant in change and how progress, it still moves. It never moves as quickly as we'd like.
Well, it also doesn't
There's
work in a
always
straight line.
change. Yeah, it's always going to go back and forth. And I mean, as people, we change the same way. Progress is never linear, no matter how we expect it to be, because people are imperfect, right? You're going to take a big swing forward, and then you're going to take one leap back. Bodies don't heal in a linear fashion either. Nothing ever goes the way that we plan it to. And that should be the expected nature of life. It's an unfortunate nature, but it's just the reality of what it is. And I think we can only hope to just keep looking forward and make the best changes that we can as individuals, because we can change the realities of the people around us, right?
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
I don't know how, like, a lot of shit feels just above the pay grade.
Yeah.
Like, on like the macro like changes. It's just like when people get obsessed with this or that. It's like, what are you doing besides bitching online? Are you to make any real changes?
Make a local donation. That is my best recommendation. My godmother told me this, and I live to it this day. Donate to your local community because you will make changes that you actively see. Work in a food drive, donate food, help. If you see that there are people in need, help them, and you know for a fact that you're making a difference in their lives.
As long as you're not doing it performatively. Like,
don't do it performatively, but even if you do it performatively, you will still be making a difference in someone's life. Well, like, if someone makes a really big deal about how much they donated to a food drive, the money's still going to the food drive,
For sure. But the example that comes to mind is I got asked on Christmas Day, like, if I wanted to go help pass out food to the homeless.
Yeah.
Which the person asked me was like, you don't do this ever. And Christmas is the one day that a lot of people do it. So there ends up being food waste. It's so fucking performative.
Oh, okay. Okay. I didn't think about that.
Yeah. Because everyone's like, oh, I'm going to do this thing for Christmas. It's like, you don't actually care about this. This is just I'm a good person. And I was like, nah, I'm cool. I have no interest in doing that.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're just like, well, and I didn't want to completely shit on them and be like, this is super performative. You don't do this the rest of the year. And there ends up being food waste because so many people do this on Christmas.
Yeah.
I was just like,
just do it constantly. And that way, there is no food waste because there are dips, there are dips when a lot of people need food. And it's just, you could be that person that decides in the middle of January, I'm going to give food to someone who needs
right,
it.
And you're donating to a food bank where there are professionals monitoring this.
Yeah,
and actually,
and they can store the food and hold on to it, and you get non-perishables, right? And like there are things that you have to think out and plan. But if you really care, you can do enough research to be like, what food should I donate that people need the most in shelters? Things like that. And you can make a difference in your local community and you can help people. But I 1000% agree with you that performative donations is like, if it's generating food waste, like that's not a healthy thing to do. Don't do it on the holidays, do it if you do it any other day, I am so sure you will make like a foundational difference in someone's day.
100%. And I agree with that.
Yeah.
I don't agree with doing it for just
No.
Effectively just doing it for the gram.
Yeah, that sucks.
Unfortunately, that's the world we live in, especially as being content creators, is like so many people feel the need to effectively try to monetize everything they do.
There's a couple I think it was like TikTokers and stuff. They would make these videos of like, oh, I'm preparing food for the homeless, and they'll make like these giant bowls of food. And it always feels like it always feels super weird to me that they make content out of giving food to the homeless. I think like, wow, it's so nice that they're giving food to people, but also like, are they only handing it to like, we never see what they do with all of it. Are they only handing it to like an actual handful of people that they chose and then they're throwing the rest away? Or are they actually giving the food to people in need? And even then, like, why are you trying to monetize it?
Exactly. What is your motivation behind it?
Find a good reason for it. Yeah.
What is your motivation for doing this?
Yeah.
Because it's just gross. If you're just like, this is my identity online. I feed the homeless.
Yeah.
Fuck's wrong with you? And also, how creatively bankrupt are you that that's the best you could come up with to get eyes on what you want to do?
Yeah. Yeah. By exploiting homeless people for your content.
Right. You need to exploit homeless people by making them fight each other, not feeding them. That's the only way to exploit them for content.
Yeah.
Have them knife fight.
What?
Yeah. Duh. Winner takes all? Come on.
There we go.
At least, you're putting them to work at that point.
Yeah.
You got them a job. They're a prize fighter.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like every time you do the show, you're just like, okay, Matt's going to just say something out of fucking left field.
Just think of the trees.
You tried to go to a happy place while I talk about this bullshit?
No.
Wow.
It's okay.
Wow.
I'm teasing you. I'm
is
not
not
going
teasing
to a happy place.
She's like, it's a very unhappy place. Very unhappy. This is why I only do this show once a year.
I have a great time when I'm with you.
And just wave at me from across the room at parties.
Well, yeah, work is, it works out. It works out, man.
Like, this is the way I like it. This is how it's going to continue. Enjoy. Just, hi, Matt. Hi. Hi. But it's part of the problem of modern society is just the fact that everyone feels the need.
Yeah.
To document fucking everything. And I never thought about it like back in the day when Instagram first dropped. Like,
I always thought with like a clear mind, I thought with glass half full kind of perspective of, oh, that's so nice what they're doing. I always thought it's so kind. Look at them reaching out to the goodness of the world and, giving something back for people in need. But then I realized like how exploitative it is. And
it's all
just made me
self-serving.
so sad. Yeah. It served them.
Yeah. If you were really doing something charitable, no one besides you and the foundation you're donating to would fucking know about it. Yeah. It's the same reason that like billionaire charity foundations are fucking corrupt too.
Yeah.
Because they're a tax shelter for these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
And now, instead of actual experts in the field directing funds to where they should go, they're being directed by the whims of this billionaire.
Yeah.
Or billionaires.
They funnel things around into places where it never actually reaches the people it was intended to. And I don't like that. I very consciously choose the companies that I donate to. That's why I always make sure it's local, because I can actually see the impact that it's having on people. Whereas if I donate to like a bigger company, I'm never going to see like where that money actually went.
Well, in some cases, it will be used in ways you never wanted to. Like,
yeah.
Forever and a day, the red fucking, or not the Salvation Army. The Salvation Army buckets around the holidays.
Mm.
Yeah. The dude ringing the bell and everyone just putting money in. It's like, yes, the Salvation Army does do some good. The Salvation Army does also a lot of fucking bad.
Mm.
Allegedly. Don't sue me, please.
Yeah, I've heard some interesting things.
It's just absolutely fucking crazy. Though, I am curious. If you were asked, would you do a Make-A-Wish? Go visit some terminally ill child?
Oh my God, no?
No?
A terminally ill child requesting a porn star?
Hey, you're going to be in mainstream.
Okay, if it was mainstream, of course. I mean, a lot of people do Make-A-Wish for kids.
Well, but you just said your porn past never goes away. Porn is always going to be there.
Well, if they were doing it from the mainstream center, they would be innocent of my adult.
Well, I hope they'd be innocent of your adult work. Children should not watching your adult work.
Exactly. That's what I was saying. I was like, wait a second. Keep those things separate.
Well, I'm not saying you fuck a Make-A-Wish kid. I'm not saying it's his dying wish you fuck him. That was not implied, Leana. Why'd your mind go there? That's so fucked up.
You didn't mention the mainstream aspect of it.
You're the one who assumed. I just asked if someone requested you as a Make-A-Wish, if you would do it. That's all I asked.
This is a trap.
This is all I asked. I did not imply anything else.
I was just like, why would they know me? Yeah, that's a really funny, interesting. It's an interesting conversation. If I was like a mainstream actor, of course I would visit. I would visit a kid that was Make-A-Wish, just because just like if I can make someone's day, why not like end it with a smile? Just give them something that they care about. Give them a meaningful, deep conversation, human connection.
Well, then what happens if you don't make it mainstream and they still request you?
That'd be really weird. I wouldn't know why they would know me.
They have the internet.
No. I no.
So, like, no one can ask you for a Make-A-Wish until you book that first mainstream gig.
Yeah.
After the first mainstream gig, they can ask for you.
Sure.
And I'm not saying you do anything inappropriate with the Make-A-Wish kid. Go read him a fucking story. I don't know. Talk to him about Diablo. Talk to him about Diablo strats. Ask him about his build.
I'm joking.
Don't die on me, Leana.
I actually just keel over from the thought. I would do that though. I mean, I've been like a companion for the elderly before. Just spending time, because a lot of people in nursing homes, like they don't have much to do. Their family doesn't visit them that often. They just need someone to spend time with them.
Well, that's why STDs are rampant there.
Oh my god.
They are.
Yeah. There's a reason the village is in Florida. I didn't say anything, but
You just did. You literally just did.
No, I didn't say anything. I don't know what
you heavily implied. Heavily implied.
It's just a suggestion. I cannot confirm or deny, but there's a lot of STDs.
If you don't have long to live, who cares?
Go disco sex rooms. They're real. They're real. Crazy stuff happens over there.
Hey, if you don't have long to live and you're really bored, why not fuck?
Exactly. Why not? Okay, to everyone in the audience, you've got to acknowledge your grandparents fuck. They have a lot of sex. They're in the nursing home having sex. Sex is just they get very horny in old age. It just happens.
Well, obviously.
And if you're elderly and you're listening to this podcast, good for you. Get it while you can. It's a opportunity. Opportunity. You have the freedom to make these decisions now. Go for it.
Right? And if you blow out a hip, they'll replace it.
Exactly. So fast. Look at that. Ka-chow.
Boom, new hip. Get to work. Get to work.
When I was working at a nursing home, I saw like a very old man who was only there. Sometimes you just stay in a nursing home temporarily to recover from surgeries because you need 24-hour care. So there was a dude who had a penis implant. You could like press a button and it inflates. He's like, I gotta keep my woman happy because like we had to keep checking up on him and like that was his thing. He was so proud of saying it. He just constantly had a hard on that we had to like inspect to make sure that it was healing okay.
I believe you. That guy must have been thrilled to see you coming. Like, this is my nurse? Fuck yeah.
This was before I became a porn star. But
man, I hate to break it to you. I'm pretty sure people found you conventionally attractive before you started having sex on film. I hate to break it to you.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know if anyone ever told you that, but I'm pretty sure.
I guess I've just never really thought of it that way.
You just thought that add a camera and all of a sudden people found you attractive? Is that how your mind works on that?
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I leave it to everyone else's judgment. Like, everyone else can say that I'm pretty, but I'm not gonna like acknowledge that. I'll be like, okay, I love you too. Thank you so much.
Why is that? Why do you not acknowledge it?
I don't know. I think it's just who I am. It's like I don't want to cast judgment on my appearance because I can't. And so I allow other people's perspectives to assist in shaping that. I mean, I love my body for who I am, but I'm not going to be so vain as to confidently say that I'm like a 10 out of 10 stunner. It's just like it's more just like I acknowledge my beauty, but it's just like I don't really see it the way that other people do.
For sure, but you have to acknowledge other people do.
Okay. Eventually I will acknowledge that. Sometimes it just doesn't hit. Like the logic, I'm just like, okay. For example, I'm still in recovery from my wisdom tooth surgery. I felt like absolute crap. I'm walking around. I feel like my face is super swollen. I'm still getting hit on. And I'm just like, okay, I tell someone this and they're like, nature's healing. I'm just like, no, I felt like absolute crap. I felt so ugly. And here I am just getting hit on. And I'm all like puffy faced going through the grocery store. It was so funny, but it's just I can't change it, you know?
You can wear a mask.
No.
I mean, you can. I'm not saying you should.
Oh.
You can wear a mask.
Yeah. I could. I did not. I just did not care to get anything unless it was absolutely necessary.
Well, that makes sense when you're in a lot of pain.
Yeah. Yeah. To me, it was just the essentials. Mashed potatoes.
Excellent.
Yeah. Mashed potatoes.
But yeah, you have to acknowledge that old dude was probably thrilled to see you coming. You were probably what, like in your early 20s at that point?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure that old man was like, hell yeah.
Yeah. It was interesting times.
May they all be interesting times.
Always. My life never ceases to confound me.
Well, good. You're the one living it.
Yeah. I can't believe I got, I think it was like 6, 7 nominations for Expos this year.
Is that all?
And 2 nominations from AVN.
Is that it?
That's a lot. That's still a lot.
What are you going to do with all those trophies?
I'm not going to win all of them.
Why not?
I would love it. So one of the ones I'm really excited about was like, I think, I forgot what the official title is for AVN. It's like Best Blowjob. But I also got a lot of all-girl sex scene nominations for Expos.
Good.
Oh yeah, I got Best Foursome Orgy Scene and Best Oral Sex Scene for AVN. Best Oral Sex Scene I'm pretty excited about because I gave a blowjob to someone, but I also like painted his testicles.
With what?
Paint.
Oh, okay.
I made them Easter eggs because it was an Easter theme. So I had bunny ears and I had a little bunny tail plugged inside of me, and I painted his testicles. And then I gave Fimbo a blowjob while his testicles looked like Easter eggs. And it got a lot of visibility. It was a really big scene for me this year. As crazy as that sounds, it was a wild day, and it worked out very well.
Sounds memorable.
Yeah.
Got you a nomination. Hopefully, you'll get a trophy on your floor since you have no bookcase.
Yeah. Well, first thing I did also, I bought bookcases.
Oh,
so I have an entertainment center.
You didn't mention those earlier.
I didn't get them until a week ago. So after I got 2 bookcases and an entertainment center, basically. So like 2 cabinets, 2 bookcases, framing the TV and sofa. And I just got the coffee table yesterday.
Where are your awards sitting? The ones you've already won. Where are those?
Those are back at the other home.
Why?
Because I haven't moved everything in yet. The moving process was so immediate. I'm just like, I have so much work. I was swamped with work all of November to December still. It was just like so much back to back. I was working up until right before my wisdom tooth removal. I still had a scene, but I did it. Oh. And it was great. Actually, I just worked with my first ever like Japanese company. Pretty fun.
Is your genitalia still censored right now?
I think so. Like, I checked. I should have checked.
You should definitely check if it's still blurred.
I should check.
Hopefully that wears off eventually.
It'll wear off eventually, but it's just it stays on for a while. Just
it's gotta be difficult to pee with the blurred genitals.
Right. Just pixels everywhere.
Thankfully, you just have to sit down.
Yeah.
As a dude, be like, where did
right.
I have to feel for it.
I have to feel for my panties. I'm just like, damn it.
Well, they don't censor those, do they?
No.
That blocks the blur.
That's true. Yeah.
The best way.
I'm thinking like Sims mentality. I think that's what it was. My brain went to Sims and just like, oh.
Love the idea of Japanese sex. Your brain's like fake people.
No. That's not where it went. I went to video games.
Those are fake people.
Just video game culture, it's interlinked.
It is. It's sadly. Well, not sadly. I play a ton of video games. Hell.
Hideo Kojima, amazing game developer. right? He wants to eventually make a game like where he does an actual scan of a ghost. I think that's really cool. I would play that game.
I was about to say, I'll donate myself as the ghost.
Yeah. Kill me and then scan my ghost. How about that, Hideo Kojima?
What a way to go.
Yeah. Right?
Be truly immortalized.
Science. Amazing.
Hey, if you were in, one of his games, you could definitely be a Make-A-Wish candidate.
Oh my God.
Oh.
But you know what? He's so fantastic. I've always been inspired by his creative mind. I would definitely want to be in a project by Hideo Kojima because his passion in what he creates, his spontaneity is so dark and wonderfully disturbing. I love it. It excites me. I want to be weird like that. That'd be great.
Can't disagree. Yeah, the later Metal Gear game's very weird. Very fucking weird.
Death Stranding is so cool, though.
Isn't Death Stranding 2 out?
Yeah, Death Stranding 2 is out. I'm pretty sure the game he's developing, it's like Odd Knock. I think that's what it's called. Odd Knock.
Well, there is a trailer called OD First Gameplay Trailer. Photoreal
And that says Odd Knock?
Well, it's called OD, so it probably is short for Odd Knock.
Odd, yeah. Odd.
I don't want to. No. Don't want audio. Don't want to. Stop.
Super cool, though. Let me look up just to confirm if it's Odd Knock.
It's odd, and knock is it is Odd Knock.
Okay, yeah, it is. Cool. Yeah. I'm super excited for that one. Super cool. Also, they're coming out with 2 new Tomb Raider games.
I hear the boobs are more realistic.
Yeah, they are. I love it.
Ooh.
More gymnastics. Very happy with that. She was always the best when she had cat-like reflexes.
Oh yeah, and the little flip, like the flippy and like the gun kata.
That's just what made her.
Yeah.
You know, she needed more gymnastics again. I'm very glad they're bringing that back.
Well, it's what made Tomb Raider unique was like her kind of diving and flipping and gymnastics and shit like that.
Exactly. I would love to voice act as Lara Croft.
Let's hear the British accent.
No. I can't do that. I'm way too shy.
Action.
No, I can't. Can't do the British accent. I've got to give respect to her, you know.
Yeah, she's British.
I know. That's why I'm not going to attempt to. I can't.
Next time you do the show, I want to hear the British accent.
I'll remember. I'll train on it.
Oh no, I'm gonna text you. Be like, British accent. Where you at with it? British accent.
How's it doing?
Right, governor. But Leana, on that note, I hate to do it. Got a call. Last call.
Okay.
We have to get you out of here.
Okay.
Before we get you out of here, where can they find you on the things?
You can find me on Twitter as Leana Lovings with capital L's. That's LeanaLovings. Capital L for Leana, capital L Lovings. So that's Leana Lovings. And my Instagram is the Leana Lovings, all lowercase. And yeah, that's where you can find me.
Hell yeah. We will do it again.
Please be sure to vote for me for XBiz and AVM.
This won't be out
in time.
It will not be
out in time. Never mind. Ignore that part.
Vote next year.
Vote next year.
Vote early. Vote often. Until next week. Drink up, motherfuckers.
Bye.